Hello and welcome to Tiffany Teach Tuesday. I wasn't going live today because I am at a property. As you can tell, I'm sitting in my car. I was at a property. I had to go to property today because my worker who was supposed to be here to meet the inspector in the water department took ill and everyone else is on other assignments. So I have to sit here and wait patiently. So that's the thing about owning your own business. When things are planned and don't go as planned, you have to improvise and do them yourself. So I wanted to go live in the office and have a guest speaker and all of that, but I wasn't able to. And today, this morning has been a crazy morning on top of that because I got a splinter in my foot last night when I was doing walking at a property. I stepped on a piece of wood that was coming up off the floor and got it in my foot, and I couldn't get it out. So not only did I have someone to call off today, I had to multitask doctor's appointments and getting appointments that I had already scheduled completed. So I decided to go ahead and go live. If someone joins, I'm going to do some questions and answers. If anyone has any questions and answers that they would have like for me to answer, I will doing this live. And because I wanted to have someone talk about being a business and how things have changed the business, which I didn't have a chance, as I said, to do it because of this. So I'm going to sit here for a while and just reflect on some of the things that we discussed this month about starting your own business, going into business for yourself. And I'm going to also mention a lot of people are applying for this PPP loan that doesn't really truly have a, how would I call it, say a sustainable business that they're operating, that they were really working full time. What's interesting is I've seen posts where people are starting GoMe funds asking for assistance to pay back the money because the federal government wants their money back. Now, hi, welcome. I'm not sure who's joined, but welcome. Today, I'm just answering questions. If you have any questions that you would like to ask me, this is an open Q&A discussion today. I don't have anything formal planned out for today because things happened and I had to change my plans because I'm sitting in my car waiting on the city inspectors for a property because one of my workers couldn't get here. So I wasn't going to go live, but I couldn't find my logo to put the message up that I wasn't going live today. So since I'm sitting here waiting, I figured I'll go live and do my live and answer some questions. So if you have any questions, hi Sheila, go ahead. I can answer any questions you have today. Today is not a set discussion, just me answering questions and just talking about some of the things that's going on in the business world. And I was discussing the PPP loan that individuals are applying for, and the federal government is knocking for their money back. If you can't validate that you had a sustainable business, that you utilize these funds to pay employees during the time of our pandemic that we suffered in the world. It's unfortunate that, and people are getting this money, mind you, and not doing productive things with it. You know, like I said before, a young lady then started a GoMe fund to help pay back her money. Welcome, whoever's just joined us today. Tiffany Teach Tuesday is just a live discussion about things that's going on. I'm answering questions. If you have any questions you want to ask me, feel free to ask, and I'm willing to answer any questions you might have. I actually have time today because I'm sitting still and I couldn't do my live that I had scheduled because I'm at a property. But as I was saying, it's like if you're getting the money to have a business, and if you put the money, the PPP money, into the business that you said that you had, I'm confused why you're on social media asking for help to pay the money back. Now, I believe in people taking advantage of opportunity when it presents itself if you're going to do something with that opportunity to better yourself. To take advantage of an opportunity when it presents itself and not utilize the funds to better yourself and to just buy material possessions is basically, in my eyesight, ludicrous. Because if you're in the same situation you were in prior to you getting the advancement, then what was the purpose of doing all of that? But that's my perception. People do things for different reasons, but why? Why even get the money and do nothing productive with it? Um, it definitely was a blessing for small businesses, especially minority businesses, to take advantage of that PPP, the EDIL, that's the economic distress uh, income that they offered, that you was able to get. That was the grant and the additional lending from Small Business Administration. And I'm going to say this as a small business. When I decided to solely um, commit to doing my business full time 8 years ago, I applied for a small business loan, and they declined me for the loan, stating that the business that I was going into was a risky business, a high risk business, and they didn't see the return on their investment. And I was denied the loan. Now, I also at that time had applied for a loan to get funds for going back to grad school and getting a PhD, and or either get a law degree. I was indecisive of which one I wanted to do. And it was because of a friend of mine and my brother who said, you should, if you're going to get some loan money, get loan money to better your business, to build your business, not go back to school and get in more debt. And I did apply for the loan and they didn't give it to me for whatever reason. And it's a lot of small Black business owners who, before this economic crisis, this pandemic took place, wasn't able to get financing to develop their businesses and take their business to the next level. And this has been an opportunity for them to take advantage of it. And welcome who all has just joined. I am just doing a candid Tiffany Teach Tuesday, answering any questions anyone may have. If you have any questions for me that you want to have answer, I can answer it. Because I'm just sitting here waiting on an inspector. I had to be at a property myself instead of sending one of my workers. They weren't available to go, so I'm here doing it. During the time I would typically do my Tiffany Teach Tuesday. So as I was saying, this pandemic has allowed a lot of small business, especially Black owned business, who needed that extra resource and capital to market their business, to expand their business, to brand their business, or whatever they needed for when they initially tried to apply for it. The government denied it, and now they have an opportunity to get it. It's unfortunate that we have people who are getting the monies and not doing productive things with it. And, I was watching something and they said this weekend, and it says, they always say, there's always one bad apple in a bunch. We can't look at that and focus on that. And someone replied back, but the bad apple spoils the entire bunch. And that was so powerful because we look at, well, with all the things that are going on in the world, it's just one bad apple. But we have to remove those bad apples because those bad apples can corrode and destroy the good bunch. So, and that's what made me start doing Tiffany Teach Tuesday, because a lot of people are not aware of their what they don't know. They don't know. So you can't do better if you don't know any better. And I'm just blessed to be able to be in the presence of other people, to be able to have gained a lot of knowledge from them and be able to share that information. And I started doing Tiffany Teach Tuesday because I used to get a lot of individual phone calls. And I was like, look, let me put a platform together where I can answer those questions for people and without having to sit on the phone with each individual person. So my next week, Tiffany Teach Tuesday, because I'm about to wrap this one up because I don't have any questions that need to be answered, is I'm going to show you how to research and pull up information on a property that you may be interested in. Because a lot of people call me and say, hey, could you tell me if this property on the market for sale? If it's not, who do I get in contact with? All of this information is public records. And for me to look it up, it takes time out of my schedule. And I'm fortunate enough, thank the God, I am very busy helping people who pay me for my services. So I don't have the capacity to help you with that information. So if you tune in on next week, Tiffany Teach Tuesday, I'm going to walk you through steps on how to search information about other people in Cook County. Everything about everybody's property is public knowledge. Most people just don't know how to get the information. It's a little more challenging than it used to be because they've changed a little bit on the Cook County assessor's website how to pull the pins. But I'm going to show you guys how to do it next week. So if you're interested in learning how to find information about a property that you're interested in, instead of calling a realtor, and if the property is not on the market for sale, but you're still interested in it, you can get it. And I'm going to teach you next week how to do that. So as usual, thank you for tuning in to me, and I will see you guys next week, Tuesday.